This is the Big Woods Bucks podcast. Come explore the big woods and timber in North America with your host, Maine master guide and deer tracking expert Hal Blood. Listen to Hal and co-hosts Lee Libby and Joe Cruzy as they unlock the secrets of big woods whitetails. Each episode will provide valuable insights into the tried and true system Hal has used for the last 40 years to scout, locate, and hunt mature big woods bucks. Listen and laugh as the crew discusses Hal's legendary adventures and learn how to apply a lifetime's worth of lessons from the big woods to your own hunting and outdoor adventures.
Welcome to the Big Woods Bucks podcast. I'm your host, Hal Blood, and I'm sitting here with my co-host, Joe Cruzy.
Hello.
We're down at the lodge wrapping up the end of rifle season here, and the other co-host tonight is Roger Paradise.
Hello.
And tonight we're going to have a little fun with some of the guests at the lodge here for this week's hunting, tell a couple stories, and go from there, see what happens. So first up is Carl Scott, right?
Right.
And you are from where?
Millbury, Massachusetts.
All right. Carl's up here hunting, and this week was kind of special because it had his birthday on Monday night, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we had a little cake for you, huh, with a candle in it and all that.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was.
37, right?
Can you hear that?
Oh, too loud?
No, it's good. Hold on. Try it again. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, no problem.
Yeah. Having a little AV trouble here. So, how old was you on Monday, Carl?
Wow. 90.
90 years old. Up here deer hunting in the big woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your son brought you up, huh?
He certainly did.
Yeah. Good guy to do that. How old is he?
Boy, he's pretty old. I think he's in his 60s now.
Yeah.
He's getting pretty old.
Your son's in his 60s.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You been having a good time?
Oh, fantastic time.
Yeah.
One of the best ever.
Oh, great. You're eating good.
Too much, I'm afraid.
Yeah. And what'd you tell us the secret to living to 90 was and being able to hunt?
Well, I don't know if I should divulge that information, but
But you're going to?
It works. We saw you in the woods the other day.
no, I was told a number of years ago that I probably needed to drink bourbon.
Yeah.
And I was told, I won't tell you who told me this, but he said if you start drinking bourbon, you've got to drink it every day to make it effective. And
I believe in that.
And I've tried to keep that up as good as I can.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right. It's working.
Absolutely.
It's working good so far.
Good song.
You look younger than your son.
Yeah.
No, is that a compliment?
Yeah, I think so. You don't look a day over 70.
He doesn't drink bourbon, though. That's
Yeah.
why.
Well,
That's
he drinks his share, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring
That's
more than
awesome.
1 gallon when you go to Alaska, Ron.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, it's
well,
been a fun week.
Yeah.
Another fun week. It's
Yeah,
been a good
Absolutely.
season.
Yeah. We ain't killing a lot of deer, but we're having a good time.
Yeah.
We're eating good and having a lot of laughs.
Yeah, for sure. Good crew
Yep.
again this week.
It was a good week this week for hunting, too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the way the week started out. We really didn't look like we were going to have decent snow, and we had
I think
really.
What was it, Monday when we got back? The wool clothes weighed about 137 pounds when we took them off.
Yeah.
It poured
And
all day
stunk.
long. Yeah.
Yeah. And
But,
it changed the snow.
Changed the snow. And
Yeah. And we got a little more on Wednesday, I
That
think.
was miserable on Monday with that
Yeah.
wet, man. I was
Oh.
cold to the bone.
Did you get out of the truck on Monday when it rained?
I think I walked around twice,
Did you?
all the way around.
All the way around the truck?
Oh, yeah, no, there was no problem, actually.
that was
Yeah.
Look, I hear at 90 they let you shoot out the window, so
Yeah. Yeah. Anything goes. Yeah.
hey,
I think it's great. You're up here hunting and getting out and
Enjoying
stuff,
it.
and
absolutely.
enjoying the time with your son, and that's
Yeah.
what it's all about.
I'm hoping I can still get out there at your age. I don't think I'll look as good as you, though.
Well, that's pretty tough to do, obviously.
I got to tell you something. When my honey give you a hug on your birthday there, she tells me, she goes, that guy is solid.
I don't want to ask where she was grabbing.
Oh, yeah.
That's that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It goes downhill quick. Stick around. Get a few drinks in us.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
no, it's someone had some luck. I saw a deer in the pole
Yeah, someone did. Yeah.
between you and Brian
Yeah.
this season.
Wow. Got to get lucky once in a while. Huh?
Someone's got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was luckier than you usually get, wasn't it? As far as timing and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty lucky, yeah. And that's the reason I don't usually hunt too much on bare ground, because I don't know what, I like to be on a track, and I know how big they are, And that day I was just on a scouting mission. We had just a scale of snow, not really tracking snow, and I decided I was going to make a great big loop across one ridge, down a ravine, up the other ridge. Had it all planned out in my day, and I only got about a half an hour into it. Just stomping along. I got into this, started in some pretty good cuts, nice skid roads, worked my way up there, and I got to the back of the cuts, and it was old cuts, and it was nasty. So I said, I got to get out of here and get down over the hill. So I'm just pushing my way through, and I pushed through some winter beaches. And this buck whirled right in front of me. 25 or 30 yards, close. And I see horns whirl, looked pretty good, and it looked big, and it disappeared into the whips. It was all really bad whips there, and all I could see, I already had the gun going, I could just see flicks of white going up through the whips there, and I poked one in there, and I go, I don't think I probably didn't hit that thing, I started walking over, and I realized I could see why I got so close to it. He was making a rub. Just, like I tell people, it's 2 points connecting. What's the odds of that bumping into a buck in the middle of the woods making a rub, just
Straight
randomly,
on, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right while he was making it. But anyways, I walked by the rub, and I stepped into, there was a skid road that he'd run up. I was looking through, through the brush into that. But anyways, he was laying there, dropped like a sack of potatoes.
Just the way they're supposed to.
Yeah, weren't really quite the buck I was looking for, but he's a nice one,
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was,
For sure, when you can get on one like that and
yeah,
one shot and right down.
yeah,
I'd take some of that time in right now. What about
Right?
you, Roger?
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah,
Talk about timing,
Hal
yeah.
comes in that night. It wasn't really the. Shut up. Just go sit down and shut up. We don't want to hear it, Hal. All right, you're not going to get any sympathy from us. We don't feel bad for you.
You looked a little scrawny after Brutus last year.
Yeah, well, still a nice deer.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's the
Yep.
one. That's the one the good Lord put in front of me that day. Right,
Yep.
bumped right into him, and he was supposed to be mine, so he is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe Roger and I got the day off tomorrow. We heard
Yeah, heard that.
that's a first for me.
Yep. Me too. It'll be
Nice way to end the season, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
I was pretty psyched. It made me start like my wheels are turning.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Of course, there's no snow left, so or not
Yeah.
much.
I know. Doesn't look like much for you guys next week.
No. Joe and I were we were excited. Monday we were talking. It's like, geez, where are we going to go hunting next week? And it's looking great. We got snow, and then as
Yep.
the week went on, it's like, wait a minute, those are 50-degree numbers. Like,
Yeah.
Not looking good.
Who'd have thought, huh?
yeah.
But we'll deal with it. Maybe at the end of next week, but
Yeah.
we'll keep on hunting.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah.
But I got on. I wasn't here last night. I went home for Thanksgiving, so we never touched base. But I'm sure that Scott and Derek told you the story from yesterday.
Yep.
The buck that kept laying down.
Yep.
All I could think about was your deer last year doing the same thing, and he was laying, and we got on him, and it was fresh. Like I knew right when we hit it, we weren't far behind him, and I think we jumped him out of his bed the first time. Well, I thought we jumped him before we got to his bed, where we got to a popple stand, and it was wide open, like kind of mature. I mean, you could see all the way through. So I got right to the edge of that, and we just started looking, and seeing if he's up there feeding or something. Couldn't see anything, so we continued on the track, and I mean, you could see his track for 60 yards, just move on through there. So we get to he was sitting there nipping on some buds, and it looked like he was feeding, and he just all of a sudden took off, like jumped and took off, and I couldn't figure it out. I said, there's no way that deer just spooked. We would have saw him. I mean, and Derek agreed. I mean, he was looking too. So we don't know what it was that caused him to just take off and jump like that. But we didn't go that much further, and he had jumped a couple brooks. Then he just started walking again and went up and bedded. And he was bedded for a little while because it was melted out. But we jumped him out of his bed, and after that, he'd go probably, I don't know, 300 or 400 yards and bed down again. And you could just tell how he would do the same thing every time. So I started after maybe the third time of jumping him. We'd walk a little, short distance, like maybe 20, 30 feet, and I'd sit there with my binoculars and just glass because all the woods were pretty open where he was bedding, which you think that's a good thing, but he's watching you the whole time too.
Oh yeah.
And we just never could. I would look and try to pick him out. We'd go a little bit further. We'd come to his bed. He was jumping out, and it was the same story all day.
Yeah. All he needed to see was a little movement. He was gone.
Yeah. Well, I know. I figured if I spotted him, he was going to be pinned on us, looking at us.
Right.
But at least we'd see him, And he went up, and so there was more. It was a 3-on-1, which actually this past couple of days it was 5-on-1 because some of Scott, his daughter, and her boyfriend came. So they were all hunting in the area. So they had just been up on the road that he ran up across, and they had left, and he runs up on this road and walks down the road like, I don't know, 50 or 60 yards.
No way.
And the wide open. Yeah, he wanted someone to shoot him.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was yesterday's story. Today was the biggest track I've seen all season, and it was from yesterday. It wasn't a fresh track, but he was all over the side of one of the hills here yesterday looking for does. And we walked most of the day today and never could find his fresh track.
Yeah,
So,
yesterday we were in a lot more fresh tracks, it seemed like. And today we did a big loop this morning, probably a 6-mile loop, and a lot of activity from yesterday afternoon, last night, but
yeah.
kind of slowed down. I don't know.
You had an eventful day yesterday.
Yeah, we did. We got on a nice track mid-morning, and that buck and a doe bedded down a few times. Come to find out, got close to a road, and another hunter shot it. Got a hit on it. So we kind of bailed off and went our different ways. And what are the chances? An hour and a half, 2 hours down the road, we get in the woods or going down another road, and we cut a track, and it's that buck on the doe again. So we ended up going about a quarter mile and saw a drop of blood up in there, but it looked like a.
So at that point, you didn't know it was the same deer.
At the point when we got on it, no idea it was the same deer. Didn't even give it a thought. It was a couple miles up the road, 1.5 miles, 2 miles up the road. Didn't even give it a thought. And we get up in the woods and probably a quarter mile from where we took the track, and I see a drop of blood, like one drop. It's like, there's no way this can be the same deer. Then we got kind of putting it together, looking on Onyx. Oh geez, that it could have been. If that deer went in there and chasing that doe, and so we gave it chase for a while, and right about till dark.
So you think that deer is still running?
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Good one, huh?
It was a good one. Yeah, it was a definite one of those ones. If it go through other tracks that you don't even pay attention because you just follow it through. We got it was fun. It was a great chase. Bedded down with a doe 3 times. Kevin, my hunter, right. We were right in it. Exciting to see. And then after, later in the afternoon when we saw that again, and we're going up through, we're cutting across a hardwood ridge, and there's some small, fir trees there, and both deer all of a sudden about 40, 50 yards in front of us, just 90-degree turn left up the ridge. And I was able to see it from a ways away, and we stopped, and it was like, okay, they're going to bed down again. They had gone, at that point, probably a mile up from the road. They had settled down. Looked like the doe fed a little bit. We got a little stalk going, and come to find out they didn't bed in there. They kind of just went up the hill. We never got a chance to, it's not like we bumped them. They walked out of there. But yeah, we had a good time. We were able to get close to deer. I think 4 of the 5 days we've hunted, we've been right in them. The day before we bumped a buck, and it was a much smaller buck and a doe, and bumped him up, and he's those winter beech. I got thinking about your story from last year when we get in those. And, it blew. We heard a blow, and I was like, let's go. We just started running down this, skidder trail, just to get to a spot where we could look. And I expected Kevin to be, like 15 yards behind me, and I slowed down. I put my hand up for motion to him to come by, and he's gone. He's by me, and he's down on the ditch ready to go. So that was awesome. That was good.
Yeah.
We had a good time. So.
Well, we got lots of stories this week. We ought to see if we can get some of these other hunters in camp on here. Thanks for being on, Carl.
Thank you.
Get over there, and Jesse will make you another black Russian.
Fantastic. She makes a good one.
Does she? Good.
So on to...
Any of you other guys want to be on here and tell a story?
Looks like it's just the three of us. They're all drinking.
They're all looking pretty sheepish here. Some long faces.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Got Kevin coming on here.
I'll have no respect for if you don't get on here and bust Roger's balls about something.
Yeah. Got Kevin Messenger on here.
Yeah.
Where you live down South Carolina now, huh?
I live in South Carolina, yeah. I grew up in northern New York.
Experienced tracker. He's done some tracking.
Yeah, you got the heck out of New York, huh?
Oh, I couldn't stand the winters, but
Or the governor.
yeah, that's the truth.
Yeah. Did Roger treat you all right this week?
Oh my God, he treated me real well. I couldn't ask for a better guide. He did everything I wanted him to do, and I asked for an older guide because I'm kind of like out of shape, and they give me a billy goat, so he kind of run me a little bit hard the first part of the week, and I put 47 miles on this week, and I don't think I did that all of hunting season. So, but I learned a lot, and I couldn't ask for a better guide.
Right. Had a lot of fun too, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
We got into some deer, and when he looked back at me and he said those deer turned up the hill, and I looked at him and my eyes were big, I said, "We're going to shoot this in his bed." He goes, "Yeah, we are."
Yeah.
That's like the Holy Grail. You know that.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope I can do that someday.
I asked Kevin, I said, "Geez, should we whistle at him first to give him a chance if he is in his bed?" And he said, "No.
No. You point him out, and I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good.
But this is a fantastic experience. I couldn't ask for a better guide. I couldn't ask for a better total experience.
Right.
It's outstanding.
Excellent.
Plenty of deer around.
There's a lot of deer. I mean, we ran out of snow today, but I mean, yesterday we were in the deer, and we couldn't even figure it out because there were so many deer.
I think at one point we jumped them ahead, and then I started blowing back at the deer, and they were blowing at us, and it was just ended up it was one of those spots.
They blew at us 15 times. I mean, it's like
there's a doe mixed in with a lamb, and she was probably trying to signal us out, but it was fun.
No, he put me on the deer all week, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
Sounds good.
I think
That's
there's
what we
going to
want.
be quite an abundance of big bucks next year if we don't have a bad winter this year.
Yeah, because we ain't getting them this year, huh?
No, I mean, overall, like with the
there's-
snow conditions and stuff, they just don't get killed. There's only been, I don't know what, 6 or 7 or something over 200.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of good ones, and there's a lot of young bucks too. I mean, I was telling you the other day there, I took that big mission one day, and without exaggeration, I crossed probably 15 buck tracks that had been made the night before, small and medium. Most of them I got on a good one, but there's a lot of young bucks coming along. So
we did today. All those tracks we saw from last night, Kevin and I in that loop we did today, and there was a lot of bucks in there.
Yeah.
They were they were older tracks, and today their stuff was aging quick.
Yeah, well, so
You happen to see that nice one that Timmy shot?
no, I haven't seen anything. I go home and go to bed.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's-
Timmy's was a nice buck. It was Timmy Boldick. He shot one yesterday, Thanksgiving. I just saw pictures of it there online, but it was I think it was 195.
Oh, nice.
But nice 7. He called it a 7 point. I'd call it an 8 point. It had a broken brow tine.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an
Nice.
8 to me, but nice heavy rack on it.
Yeah.
Nice buck. He's on a roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
But
I guess it'll be him and Logan vying for the pool, huh?
Hey.
Wait, we got another week, almost 2 weeks, right?
We got another couple of days to dream, Hal.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 weeks with your smoke poles, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of forgot about that we get that extra week,
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get some snow that week if it doesn't come next
get down
week.
to Lee's hot spot down
That's
there.
right.
Yeah, Lee's not going to be hunting.
Lee's
down there.
tagged out,
Yeah.
Logan's tagged out, so
Yeah.
yeah.
You'll have that to yourself. Yeah.
Maybe I'll take Roger with me in there.
There you go.
You'd like that spot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Luckily, Lee doesn't listen to the podcast, so he doesn't know. I'm
Oh,
gonna take
jeez.
someone else
We
that
can make all
spot.
kinds of plans on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's hope anyway that we'll get some snow and be able to track a little bit more.
Sounds
She was
good.
going quick today.
Yeah.
So did I tell you the story about the first day we hunted?
I don't think so.
Okay, so
Uh-oh.
my guide and I are driving up the road. It's dark. And we're driving up the road, and we meet this truck coming down through here. And it gets off this side of the road, and it's got square headlights. And all of a sudden, we meet a guy, and he goes, "Oh, that's Hal."
I think I asked Hal if he was lost, right?
Yeah. Hal, are you lost? So he rolls the window down. And he says, "No, I'm just checking the roads up here." And we drive away, and my guide looks at me. Roger says, "If Hal's up here looking, this is a good sign."
Oh, I'm just gomming around.
That's what guides have to butter up the clients on the first day there to make sure they know that
Hal,
they
come
know
on
what
now.
they're doing. That's just the rule of the road there for guides.
Yeah, we had an exciting first. We
had a great first day.
We saw deer. What, an hour in first? I mean, it was
we jumped a deer.
we jumped a. It was ended up being a big doe, but we come down over a ridge and there was a bed of deer. We jumped out of there. Good sized bed. It was probably one of those. There's some does up here that are like 160
Real big.
pounds, 180. And I told him that it's not. It could be a small buck, but running track. We get down there and I knew it was going to be a good week right then because we literally, that deer, she popped her head out from there and I'm like, oh, deer right there, doe, don't shoot. And Kevin was right over my shoulder ready to go. It's like, here we go. This is going to be a good week.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's fun sometimes. Just say, go ahead, pull the trigger. You walk away from him.
No, I'm pretty sure my hand was up in front of his face.
He's going, "Doe, doe, doe, doe." I said, "No, I know it is." I said, "I'm just wondering what's behind her."
Yeah. So,
That's just a little game we play.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I wonder if we can get any of these other barstool guys here to get over here and tell a story.
I think they look pretty
Awesome.
comfortable
Thanks,
over
Kevin.
there. Thank you, Kevin.
Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. Hal here, and I just want to take a minute to talk a little bit about Onyx. Been using it now for about a year, deer hunting, moose hunting, turkey hunting, all of that, and really come to really like it. I like the satellite imagery mainly because I can locate hidden fields, for turkey hunting, the bogs for moose hunting. You can tell the different stage of cuts up here in the big woods for deer, whether it's clear cuts, select cuts, see the skid roads, and it's really a big help I found coming out at night. It's can really tell you like the easiest way to get out. If you got a couple miles, a couple hours to walk out. And so, anyways, got the app on my phone, got the chip in my GPS, and I'm good to go. So not only that, it's used by 4,600 game wardens across the country, which is pretty incredible, and Bureau of Land Management, Forest Service, wildlife biologists, and all that. They all use it, so I guess it's something you ought to be using too. So anyways, go to onx.com and you punch in the promo code BWB, and you're going to get a 20% discount. Good hunting. Hey, Hal here. Just want to take a minute to talk about the hunting club. And you can join by going right online at bigwoodsbucks.com. But anyways, I've got all my information is going in there, and it's a place where you can get together and look at my films, tips, writings, and all of that. And the best part is forums for you to communicate with, the rest of the club members, talk about big wood stuff and all of that. So anyways, $36 a year, cheaper than getting a Starbucks once a day. So join up and hope you see you're on there. Charles, you want to tell a story?
Come on, Charles,
No?
tell a story.
Jonathan, I bet you could tell a good story. Yeah, here he comes.
Here he comes.
This is a guy who weighs 130 pounds soaking wet, and he eats 2 of them plates full of food every night. I don't know where the hell it goes.
That's because it's good. The food is amazing up here.
Yeah, you're getting enough to eat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Oh, yeah. It's good
How
stuff.
many sandwiches you eat in a day?
At least 2.
Yeah.
But,
At least
yeah,
2.
At least.
Well, we got the 2.
I'm eating one.
Today we did 2, and we did a bag of cookies.
All right.
And that's good stuff.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. And
What's your favorite sandwich this week?
the meatloaf sandwich,
Yeah,
by far.
those are always the best, huh?
I think I had the meatloaf sandwich like 3 days in a row.
But the brisket's a close second.
Oh, the brisket was good. That's what I had today. I had 2 briskets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They kept me going.
Yep.
They kept me going. Oh, yeah.
What the hell is this podcast we're doing these days?
Joe's sitting over here thinking about a peanut butter and fluff sandwich.
Yeah.
Talking about meatloaf sandwiches.
Joe
and brisket.
won't even eat a meatloaf sandwich.
No.
You imagine it?
We got to talk you guys up. You know, we
Oh, man.
gotta talk up Lake Parlin Lodge and the Big Woods Bucks crew coming up, hunting, having a good time. Thanksgiving week. I mean, it's a good time up here.
We probably won't have any room for new guys. All you other guys coming back, right?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. No, having a good time. That's what it's all about. You ain't gonna always kill deer all the time, but you have fun at it. Now, wait a minute
sometime
now.
will be good.
That's right. You shot at one today, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, I didn't
did.
hear. I
Oh,
didn't
wow.
hear this part.
Yeah.
Someone pulled a trigger.
Somebody pulled the trigger.
Here we
It's big news.
Joe, you opened the door on that one.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, like we were hearing, the snow's kind of melting a little bit. So, got up to my spot today, and that's
do you
another
mean?
good thing. You come up here and you learn some of Hal's secrets. You gotta, you pay your lodging and stuff, and you come up and you might get a couple secrets from, hey, is this a good spot? Hey, is this a good spot? And
What do you mean? He doesn't give you that deer had someplace to go, Roger. That's why.
Well, we all know the deer had some place to be, at this. But So I went up mountain today and
Now, wait a minute now.
got up there.
I got to clarify something here. You know why I tell you these spots? I tell everybody these spots when you come in. You know why?
Why is that?
So you do my scouting for me.
Just like that mountain you went up,
That's
Joe.
what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking all day. I said, "Boy, I'm going to go home, go back, tell how it's monstrous buck track next week. Everybody's going to be up there. Lee, could be guiding up there. Come on,
That'll be Joe and I.
That's right.
Hal's like this. He's got all these guys out to different spots. Yeah, what'd you see there? Oh, monstrous buck. Nah, nothing here. So he knows what's going on. But, got up to the spot there, and, it was a little warm today. And it's not like the other day in the Adirondacks. We had snow about 2.5 weeks ago, and it warmed up. It was probably about 55 degrees that afternoon, and, I mean, you literally made a track and watch it melt.
Yeah.
So I was a little nervous in that mode today when I went up there, and I was looking at, I said, well, I'm going to take anything, any buck track that I can find, so.
How much snow was up there today?
Oh.
Looked like 4 or 5 inches yesterday. That picture
There
you
was
showed me.
there was definitely a good 4 or 5 inches up there yesterday,
Yeah.
but today it was going down quick. I mean, it went down last night because it was
Yeah.
pretty warm and kind of misty and
Yeah, it
raining
was
a little
foggy
bit.
all night.
Oh yeah,
Couple
yeah.
inches left.
Yeah, there was a few inches left, but like I said, it was definitely warm out, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like everything. It sounds like all the snow kind of melted down here, so.
Yeah, the low country is gone.
And if you were on those southern slopes, those south-facing slopes, it seems, because I went up a south-facing slope, and you're tracking in mud there, which was
Yeah, the sun
there was
poked
some
out
snow.
for just a couple hours this afternoon, but I
Yep.
think it was enough to
eat
eat that snow up on those south
definitely.
facing
Yeah,
hills.
oh yeah.
It was what I saw that was kind of funny today is it was you don't see a lot is that there was more snow as you went south from here, and I saw it when I went home last night. There was more south. Yeah, there was more snow in the forks, and and I saw it all day. Like the higher the elevation, it must have been warm air.
It was
up
probably
high.
an inversion last
Yeah,
night
because it melted everything up high, but down lower and
Yeah.
in the valleys and stuff, we had better tracking snow today.
Did the same thing last week there. It got up to like 50 up high, and it was only like 40 down below, you know.
Yeah.
So anyways, what's your story again?
Well, hey, no story because there's no buck hanging on a pole, really. But
There's always
a
a story.
Yeah, well, we went up there, and I took really pretty much the first thing I saw. So it was, just a mediocre buck track. It wasn't anything real big, which is probably what I should have, stuck around and looked. But I was a little worried that snow was going to go. Even though it was wet out, and you can still track pretty good. And I mean, it's so wet right now. You can literally, if you get on it and you keep your eye out, you can go on the mud if you get into a heavy deer, for sure. But so found the track, and it was pretty fresh, and went on it, and he was either just eating or just bedding down, and I'm sure he saw me and he took off, which it's always better to just kill him on the fur, before they see it, right, to begin with. And out of there in the morning, hey, it's a good day, But that doesn't really happen that often. Anyhow, he saw, and he took off, and he got in with some other deer came with him. I'm pretty sure it was a doe, but they were running together, and they went a little bit and zigzagged a bit and went up the north side of the hill and kind of started coming down. And they weren't too crazy at that point, but they were walking and good walking track, and they got into some real thick spruces, and it was very, very steep there, very steep angle. And at that, I knew that they were close, but I was just into these heavy spruces, and you're trying to be real quiet, and little twig breaking off the tree here and there, and I knew that they were close too. And sure as heck, they got up and took off, and I'm trying to, I could hear them. I could literally hear them, moving. Good. They were real close. They were right there, and I couldn't see them. I couldn't see anything. That's how thick it was. Okay, great. Okay, so I went down and saw what they were doing, and all right, started eating a little bit. That was probably about 10:30, and had a little cookie or some sandwich and a drink, and kept on it. And they were going. They just ran and ran and ran. They were going for a long time, and I just kept following it and following it and following it. And I just wanted to see when they were slowing. You get interested to see, well, when the heck are these deer going to slow down? When they're like that, and because that's what's interesting about it. And they just kept going and crossed the road and went down and crossed a pretty good stream. And at that point, I'm like, because I knew it was a mediocre, deer. And I said, well, do I really want to do this? But, it's getting towards Friday. And I said, well, I paid $110 for my tag. Whatever. I don't care if it's a spike. I'll fill it at this point, So I said, okay, and crossed the stream. And after that, it started going uphill because we were going up the next ridge. And they started slowing down a little bit, which was good. And got up a little bit. I was walking uphill. And then it was kind of steep again, but it went up about maybe 20, 30 feet. And it was all flat. And it went, left to right. And it was a good, good ledge, good width ledge. So I kind of crept up there, and I knew that they were very close at that point. And I said, this is it. This is it. And, I kind of had my gun up and just kind of doing every couple minutes watching, taking a step in the wind. I could smell the deer. And I knew it was right there. And I'm just, real slow. I just stand up. I just want to see you. And I could feel the wind a little bit now at the back of my neck. And he wasn't more than 40, 50 yards away at most. And I had my gun up, and he just took off, and he ran down the hill. But there was a lot of thick stuff between him and I. And, I fired one off. I let one go. Because, this deer literally took out, he looked like a greyhound chasing a rabbit, like opening day at Saratoga, and then just right at the post gate, So, he took off. And so, if you don't shoot, it ain't going to happen. So went and definitely didn't hit anything. And I decided, well, it's at this point somewhere around 2:30, 2:45, I think it was. And I said, I'm going to go back up, and the hell with it. Anything can happen at any time. And I said, I'm going to see maybe if I can go back up, see if I can, put something together. And I went back up, and sure as heck, I found a monstrous track. I was on a pretty good track yesterday. Today, the track that I found got me a little excited. So I said, okay. And I just went on it and went as fast as I could, but I was running out of light. And that was pretty much it. So, and it was going towards the car, and so I just went as fast as I could. You know, you never know.
It was a good feeling at the end of the day.
It was a good feeling at the end of the day. It was a good day.
Yeah.
And,
nice.
yeah, you know, that deer taught me a little bit of hunting, and I taught him a little bit about life as a deer. And, you know.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day.
What did he have for horns?
Not much. Not much. There wasn't much there. That was the first question Sergeant Blood over here asked. That was the first question. So, but, yeah.
It's all right.
Not much. Yeah. You know, want to get one up there. Get a couple of the deer up there would be good.
Yeah.
So, but it's been a good week. You know, yesterday was a great day,
Yeah.
and the day before, it's
Everybody's got into deer all week.
yeah.
really.
It was actually
A lot of close calls.
Tuesday was loud, crunchy snow, but the wind was blowing so hard that it didn't matter. But the deer weren't moving was the only issue we had that day.
Yeah, the deer didn't move.
That was, yeah.
But man, if you could get one up, it was a great day.
Great day.
And in my
Wednesday-
opinion, I think Wednesday was a great day. Wednesday
It
was
snowed. The hard part was finding a track. You know, if you found a track, look up because the deer was standing. It was snowing so hard there at
Yeah.
times. In the
Oh
afternoon.
yeah. Oh yeah.
we had a good chase on Wednesday, and because we got lucky and found a track, he crossed the road. It was snowed in, but I knew it was fresh still. It was, you know,
Oh yeah, they were.
and we were right behind him, and that was a lot of fun that day too, Mr. Blood.
I was resting that day.
What's that like?
It's good.
You could do that when you shoot
Life's
deer
good.
on Monday.
That's
rest
right.
on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, and then I didn't know what the heck I was going to do. I shot my buck on Monday. I'm like, what the heck am I going to do now? So I put it out there on Facebook. I'd take someone for 3 days, and I got a taker right off. Well, I got quite a few takers, but the first guy that called, I just decided whoever called first, and so I got a guy from Brunswick come up, Matt, and we've been out 2 days so far and chased pretty good bucks for 2 days here. And
Did you get into him today? Did you get into him today?
yeah, we got on a good one today.
Nice.
Yeah, came close as you could get without getting them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we picked up a track. Usually I'm not lucky about getting a fresh track right off the gate, but we had a track that was smoking fresh like 15 minutes out of the truck. We headed up this big ridge, and it was running, which was weird. I looked at the track running across the ridge, and we didn't spook it or anything, but I just think he was in a hurry to get up to where there was some does, and he got up on top and slowed down, and we just hunted along easy because we were right behind it, you know, and it finally get over where there was went down over this green knob, and it went down it was like an open ravine there, and he went down and he turned around and came back up it and went around the knob. He picked up a doe, and while we were going down his track and back up, he run that doe around that knob and back across our tracks. He was within 100 yards of us. They went right around us while we were down. That's pretty close. Our timing was just off. If we'd have been 2 minutes earlier, we'd have seen him when we broke off of that knob. It was wide open ravine down there that he had gone down it and walked back up towards us, you know. So that was a good experience for him anyways. And
You used up all your timing luck on Monday.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and then I don't
Yeah.
walk up on a track early on.
Yeah, my timing change
Right.
skipped a tooth there. So it's kind of we've been wobbling now, and not the timing's way off, but
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting though when you're out there and that you're looking at the snow melting. You're
Yeah.
literally feeling it and looking at it melting, and you feel like Frosty the Snowman in the movie when he's
Yeah.
melting. You literally feel like him because you're
Just
as a
listening
tracker,
to
you're
a
looking to the
stopwatch.
snow. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
pick up a smoking hot,
oh, that was great.
fresh track like that. That's just that
I
right
figured
there. It's so
I figured
exciting.
we'd get him. I said we're probably going to
Yeah,
get
yeah,
this buck
yeah.
because he was shagging
Right
does.
there,
But what happened was there was very little snow to begin with when we started, and we got up into some of them knobs, and it was completely gone in places. So it took a while to, like, every time you get into a place where there was some does, it was all tracked up. So you had to keep searching for the track, you know. And I lost time. The next time you get into some does and rammed around in there, it took me, well, we got pinned by one deer, and we had to wait a little bit, but it cost us a half an hour, 45 minutes. And after that, we never gained that time back. He just kept going. And
He was on the move, that buck.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Sounded like
he
it.
never stopped all day. He'd get in where there was some does and shag around there, and they weren't right, so he'd just beat feet to the next one, stretch it right out and go, and we couldn't gain on it no more.
You're a man on a mission.
Yeah, but it was fun. It was a good buck, real good one, So that's that.
Almost another season in the books.
Yeah,
On the books. In the books.
It's crazy. It seemed like we just started.
I know.
Does it?
It does.
It does. It went quick.
All the seasons
Always
go
does.
quick.
One
Yeah.
thing I got to say, though, this is the first time I've ever hunted in Maine. And I got to say, every single day I'm out there, I've seen tons of stuff. On Tuesday, I probably saw 7 or 8 moose. And I was on the top of a mountain. There was moose up there. And I always thought, I don't know much about moose, and I always thought they were more in the lowlands and the beaver marshes and feeding off those kind of aquatic weeds.
Not
and
this
stuff.
time of year.
Nope. I mean, on the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
2, 3. I got pictures of them.
Yep.
And, boy, it'd be unbelievable if we were hunting moose. That pole would be full. Full of tags for moose.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you
there's-
apply for a permit, you might be able to hunt for a moose.
Yeah. I thought it would be. Hey, listen, everybody should apply for it. It's not that bad. You can definitely get a moose pretty good up here if you put the time in. And partridge, all over.
Yeah.
All over. They're everywhere.
It's filthy with them this year.
Yeah, we had one. We had both of us jump today on one. It came out so loud and so fast. It was like,
Sometimes on these
Wheel around.
these days like this, they just stay right under the boughs and they're like under your feet when they finally go.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah. We had some today. They were all up in a big spruce tree, and it was like they went like on cue. One would go like 30 seconds. The next one, it was like 10 of them went, but it was all like on cue. Every space trade out. It was funny. Yeah.
yeah. Well, tomorrow
tomorrow.
we hunt.
Tomorrow's the Roger and Joe show tomorrow, huh? You guys
It's
going to hunt
correct.
together and hold hands?
That's the plan.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
going to take me up where he saw that big wounded buck.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go on Facebook and see if anyone's got a tracking dog.
Yeah.
Because that seems to be the thing nowadays.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow.
It's going
Haven't
to be
worked out the
crunchy
plan
in the
yet.
morning, but it's
Yeah.
probably going to come out of it. It's supposed to be
Yeah,
38 or something tomorrow. But
I think I'm probably going to sit for a little bit in the morning. I got a spot I'm thinking of. Well, it's loud.
gonna
and
do what?
crunchy. Sit.
what's that?
Sit.
Yeah.
The hell's sit?
I don't know. I'm going
I
right
think-
back up to that mountain. And
You're going to stomp
You're
right
gonna
up
go-
there, ain't you?
Oh,
You
quickly.
think the
I think that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Probably 200 and some odd miles on my legs this season. We'll
Yeah.
appreciate it
yeah.
for at least an hour or two.
Yeah, I think I don't know. My son's kind of been itching to go, so it's going to be crunchy in the morning. I said, you know what? Maybe we'll go find a place to sit for a couple hours. I think that's all I'll get out of him anyway, and then I'll do some
When it warms
some
up a little
walking,
bit,
Yeah.
we can
I
go out
might
and
have
walk.
a hot spot you can take him to sit.
Oh, okay.
I noticed he didn't offer that up to me.
It's a kid's.
It's
a perfect.
kid's
It's a kid's spot.
Perfect. I can act like a kid, Hal.
Yeah.
No, that'd be great. You bring
Yeah.
him up there and
Yeah.
kill a buck.
If I was you, Jonathan, I'd go up there and get on that big one there and see where he went.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
That's the plan. It seems that.
They'll start to slow down now.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, you might get lucky and he didn't go a long ways,
Going
or he
too
might
far.
have found a doe.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I was thinking that.
That track won't melt out because just about dark it was starting to freeze,
Freeze,
anyways.
yep.
You
Oh,
still
yeah.
there's still good snow
Yeah.
where you were.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 2 or 3 inches
Absolutely.
still there. He said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I was thinking. When you brought that up, I was going to ask you. But really, just you're kind of getting out of that rut phase, and you're totally into the late rut, and these bucks are starting to get. I mean, hey, look, it looks like some of them, like that one that you were on. That was what today. I mean, he had business to do. He was into business.
Yeah,
But some of these big deer that have been shagging around probably slowing up. like you
Right.
say, a
Joe
little
said
bit.
that one kept laying down every few hundred yards.
Yeah.
I've
the
never
other
been.
day.
I've never been on one that was laying down that often.
Yeah.
That's
Usually
kind of
never
cool.
seen that
Usually
before.
it's only in muzzleloader season.
Oh
they
yeah,
get
he was
like that.
he was tired. He didn't care about us. He just wanted to go to sleep.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah, maybe
next
he's
week.
just-
Kinda like
Hey, I
me
brought
right
my
now.
muzzleloader too. If I get real, I have my
feeling
muzzleloader.
Joe?
up. So if I get real excited, I said, hey, listen, I don't know what's going to happen, but if I'm really liking it up here,
Yeah.
and I'm really onto something, I might have to.
Might have to stay. I think Joe probably can find a place for you.
We might be able to fit you in somewhere. All right.
You won't be getting any of Deb's cooking next week, though.
Oh,
That's going to be rough, huh?
That's going to be real rough.
See, and now I know who took all the meatloaf sandwiches
Oh,
this
man.
week too. I was like, wait a second, you had 3 days of them?
I got to say, I've
You
never
can
really,
have mine.
I've never really been kind of away from home for Thanksgiving, so and this has been an interesting year for me. But I decided I'd come up Thanksgiving, and that was I think my second question to Hal when I called him on the phone. I can't remember exactly what I said, but it was something like, and we're getting Thanksgiving. Oh yeah, definitely, and it was unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Homemade cranberry sauce the day before with pork loin, homemade applesauce was it was unreal. It was very, very good. It was delicious.
Yeah.
And I thanked her for it, and thanks for the hospitality. Very, very
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Yeah, we aim to please. Hey, everyone. Hal here. Just want to take a minute to talk about the Woodman Arms muzzleloader. We got them all set on the website to build your own or buy your Big Woods Bucks model, either one you want to do. But anyways, we've tested it a lot, and I can honestly say it's the most accurate muzzleloader on the market, best to carry in the Big Woods or anywhere else at 5.5 pounds. You can't go wrong with it. So get on there and check it out.
Hey guys, Joe here. Wanted to take a few minutes to talk about Lake Parlin Lodge. We're a 4-season lodge located just south of Jackman. We've got cabins, lodge rooms, mini lodge. We're a big snowmobile destination in the winter, full restaurant, bar, all the amenities that you need for your trip. Open obviously through the summer, right on the lake. Kayaks, canoes, all included with the cabin. We also do a lot of weddings, so if you're looking for a destination wedding, we can do a wedding up to 200 people. And, of course, we've got our hunting season, moose season, deer season. So check us out. We're at lakeparlinlodge.com.
Well, I
All
guess
right,
we
boss.
had enough rambling on for tonight, don't we? I'm tired. I got to get up and drag around the woods again.
Someone's got to
He's
go
gotta go
guide.
work
Someone's got to
in the
go
morning.
guide tomorrow.
Someone's got a
Roger.
guide tomorrow. That's right. Yeah, I got to go home and rub some cream on my legs so I don't get cramps. My honey's got that pain cream she makes. It's awesome for leg cramps. So you rub that in and they disappear right off.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah, just rub it in, and I don't know why it does it, but it does. I keep it right on the nightstand by the bed. Jeez, last night I woke up, I started getting a cramp in one part of my leg, and I'm rubbing it in, and then my ankle starts to cramp up. Then my knee starts to cramp up. I was rubbing it. Oh, jeez.
Bananas.
Yeah, they say that, but I
Hydrate,
don't know if
water,
I could eat a banana
water.
every day. Yeah, I drank more water today. Sometimes I just get so focused I don't stop and drink enough, but I made sure today that there's a lot of good water in that country, and about every other trickle I come to, I drink a bag of water.
Days like today make me nervous a little bit about that. Picking which trickle, because that snow's all melting.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I do the ones with
Pig trickle.
Filter in the
NASCAR driver.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I can see gravel in the bottom of them.
yeah, that's usually a
Yeah.
good sign. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Good luck to everybody. Muzzleloader season there, and we'll see what happens. And make sure what's that thing we got to say?
Subscribe on YouTube.
Subscribe on YouTube. Yep. Oh, we forgot to tell people we aired the low resolution Brutus film the other night.
Are we going to get into that right now?
Well, it's going to be coming out soon.
No.
So
I saw it.
And
I saw it.
Yeah.
Any
I
good?
saw the Brutus film. I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, it's going to be coming soon.
The
to
big question-
the YouTube channel.
The big question was on the Brutus film, do we do music or no music? And that was the big question. And my answer to you is this. If you want it to be more educational, And so, like that, less or no music. If you want it to be more theatrical, music.
Right. I don't
That's
know what
pretty
we
nice.
want. Seemed like everybody liked
Like
it the way it was
yep,
with no music.
Yep,
So
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty good
everybody
video.
except Joe. He's kind of
We'll cover it on the next one.
man out
he's
here.
a theatrical guy, though. All right. Support our sponsors. And hit the dinger button on the YouTube thing there to subscribe and all that.
The old dinger button on the
Yeah.
YouTube thing there. And go
And,
around there. And oh, sorry.
Till next time, good luck on the trail. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Till next time, good luck on the trail.